electoral rolls to remove multiple entries, dead voters, shifted voters from the electoral roll. They have demanded that electoral photo I cards be distributed to those voters who were affected by flood in various parts of the state by organizing special camps and wide publicity. Again, on the electoral roll, they have suggested that many parts of the state have lot of domestic migrants, and therefore a special campaign and publicity should be mounted to encourage them to enroll if they like. Political parties have also requested that adequate opportunity should be given for registration of persons with disabilities. Bulk registration should not be allowed, and online registration system should be further strengthened. These inputs were relating to electoral roll by political parties. The second important feedback that we received from political party relates to control on bribing of voters by way of distribution of cash, freebies, gift, liquor and various other means including paid news. Political parties have advised us, have requested us that all-out efforts must be made and an effective mechanism should be evolved to check the influence of money. They have requested, if need be, more forces should be deployed to check this menace. They have demanded strong action against those who are indulging in money and freebies distribution, including its wide publicity, to act as a deterrence. They have also emphasized the need for campaign on ethical voting, and sale of liquor should be prohibited 3 days before polling. Political parties have requested that paid political survey should be subjected to action, appropriate action. They have also demanded that strict action should be taken against violators of Model Code of Conduct, including action under substantive laws. They have particularly demanded that protection should be given to weaker sections of society, voters in sensitive areas. 9 districts in northern Tamil Nadu have been brought to our knowledge which are hypersensitive, and they have requested that central paramilitary forces should be deployed to enable them to participate in election process. They have further demanded that in hypersensitive polling stations, webcasting and CCTVs must be deployed. 2 areas they have attracted our attention. One relates to prompt redressal of grievances of people, voters, citizens and political parties and candidates. Secondly, very prompt disposal of their requests for permission for meetings, for holding rallies and various related activities. All of them have said that Commission should keep an eye on the pliable officers, and the Commission must ensure that our entire election machinery must remain neutral during election phase, and Commission should keep a watch from now onward. They have also requested that the Commission should provide them hands-on training on electronic voting machines and also the voter verifiable paper audit trail VVPAT, which will be deployed in Tamil Nadu. We will inform you in a short while. All parties have demanded single day one phase poll in Tamil Nadu. They have requested that Election Commission should enforce holidays on poll day so that workers, particularly in some of the identified sectors, are able to come from their working place and cast their vote. They have actually suggested that wherever needed, polling booths must be set up in the localities where weaker section of the society are residing so that they are not harassed by other influential people. Photo voter slip, according to political parties, must be distributed under effective supervision, and Election Commission must ensure that photo voter slips do not fall in the hands of vested interests. All political parties have extended their cooperation and full support to the Election Commission of India in conducting elections as and when they are notified. The Commission has taken note of their concerns and suggestions, and we will act upon them as we move along the time. Friends, coming back to the electoral roll, the Commission would like to inform you that as of now, 5,79 lakh voters are on our electoral roll, as published on 20th January 2016. The state has the distinction of having 100% photo electoral roll and 100% coverage with electoral photo I-card. During summary revision, state received 17 lakh applications, of which 16 lakh applications were accepted for enrollment of voters. Other details you will find from the press note when it is issued in the evening. The final published roll has been published on our website. A copy of the same has also been given to political parties. The Election Commission has taken note of the suggestion given by political parties for further purification of electoral roll, and therefore the Commission has directed that there would be a special purification drive from 15th February to 29th February for 2 weeks, for which instructions have already been issued last evening. And during this 2 weeks process, multiple entries, dead and shifted voters which have been identified by our systems, and for which further inputs will be received from political parties, will be subjected to door-to-door verifications, and after following the let-down legal process and also ensuring a further meeting between booth-level officers and booth-level agents, the electoral roll will be purified to a large extent. Commission has also decided that better facility and environment will be created for persons with disabilities to ensure their greater participation. The Commission has also directed that special camps will be organized in flood affected areas, and we will ensure that our electoral photo I-cards are distributed to all flood affected voters, and it will be distributed free of cost. Continuous updation will continue, and we would like to disseminate through the media that new voters can get themselves registered up to 10 days before from the last date of nomination, and we would request that all of them come forward who have not been able to get themselves registered. Commission is also taking proactive steps that all those citizens whose applications have been rejected are intimated by individual notice. Similarly, all those voters whose names have been deleted or will be deleted will be intimated by individual notice, so that in case they feel that their names have been wrongly deleted or their applications have been wrongly rejected, will have a fresh opportunity to apply to our electoral registration officers. The Commission will lay special focus on registration of 18 to 19 years age group of voters, because there is a gap. We have been able to enroll only 18 lakh youth of this age group, 18 to 19, whereas the total number of youth is 26 lakh in the state. Coming to polling station management, there are 65,616 polling stations in the state. The Commission would like to express satisfaction that polling stations in this state have drinking water facilities, toilets, ramps and electricity to a very large extent, actually close to 99%. Wherever there are gaps, we have held the meeting with Chief Secretary this afternoon, and we are enlisting his cooperation and cooperation of all the relevant departments to fill up this gap to provide basic minimum facilities at polling stations. The Commission would like to inform that all hypersensitive and vulnerable places during election process will be covered with webcasting. More than 20,000 polling stations will be covered under webcasting system, and wherever possible CCTVs will be deployed so that all activities at the polling station level are under watch of Election Commission and its state level machinery. The Commission would like to share with the media that in the upcoming election, VVPAT, voter verifiable paper audit trail, will be employed in 17 constituencies, and the names of these 17 constituencies is given in the press note. This will be shared with you. 17 districts having 17 constituency will be deployed. You will get the details. Just to update you, this is a machine which will be attached with the electronic voting machine. The voter will be able to see whether his or her vote has gone to the right candidate. He or she can see the serial number, the symbol and the name of the candidate on the window screen of the VVPAT. So this is a significant feature, and this will further it will reinforce the confidence of voter in the electronic voting system. Now coming to the law and order and security environment in the state, the Commission has directed that the district and police machinery should undertake a comprehensive review of sensitive aspects of law and order and vulnerable locations where our weaker section people are residing. So there would be a comprehensive review. As we mentioned that there are 9 districts in northern Tamil Nadu where it has been brought to our notice that weaker section of people of society are kind of harassed, will be brought under area domination of central paramilitary forces. CCTV coverage and webcasting will be used extensively in this area. We have already directed all the district magistrate and SP to undertake intensive and extensive action against anti-social elements to build a conducive environment right from now till we enter into actual election phase. We have directed the district and DM and SPs that licensed arms will have to be deposited as we enter into election phase. We have directed that it will be the personal responsibility of DM and SPs that not a single voter is intimidated, threatened or subjected to any violence by any influential section of the society. Responding to the suggestion of political parties and input received by the Commission in past 2 days, all inputs have been taken into account relating to distribution of money, liquor, gifts and freebies. The Commission has already started a review, a reassessment, and we will redesign our strategy to deal with this menace of distribution of money in this state. Soon we are going to hold a meeting with multi-enforcement agencies. There are about 10 to 11 enforcement agencies involved, ranging from revenue intelligence down to our district level income tax officers. We will undertake a total brainstorming and we will come out with a new robust strategy which we will unveil at an appropriate time. We can at this point in time say and reiterate the commitment of the Commission that whichever instance or complaint will be brought to our knowledge during election process relating to distribution of these money and liquor and other related items, the Commission will not hesitate in taking timely, prompt and stringent legal action against violators, irrespective of their affiliations. And we will publicize the deterrent action that will be taken against these violators. The state has the distinction of very high level of polling percentage. In last election it was close to 78%. However, we want to enhance the electoral participation process, and therefore a further sweep campaign, systematic voters education campaign will be launched in the state, and we have directed the machinery that this state should aspire to have a voting percentage somewhere between 80 to 85%, and if need be more. Now the state also has the distinction under our Chief Electoral Officer to launch social media initiatives which will be shared with you in the press note. Several new IT enabled applications will be launched by the Chief Electoral Officer and his machinery on the IT platform to bring about friendliness in the entire process for the purpose of all the stakeholders, voters, electors, political parties and related. Now the state will have, taking into account the feedback of political parties about timely disposal of their complaints and timely disposal of their permission applications, because the time is very limited between last date of withdrawal and polling, and therefore there would be effective system of disposal of their permission application within 24 hours. This will be on the radar of the Commission, and we will monitor it from the headquarters, and we will ensure that our political parties, candidates do not feel any problem with regard to their permission clearances. Similarly, complaints that will come during election period pertaining to any aspect of the election process will also be disposed of very promptly, and the complainant will be kept informed about the action and the status of his complaint. There are 2-3 more IT enabled facilities that will be employed. One is the web based monitoring of liquor sale of liquor. The other thing is a web based application will be used for generation of cash transaction reports from the banks, and SMS based queue monitoring system at the polling station. This state is going to have, as I mentioned, that Election Commission met with the Disabled Rights Alliance this morning, and therefore the state is going to launch special initiatives to encourage participation of persons with disabilities in the election process. And a number of steps are being undertaken, such as our new website with accessible features, involvement of disabled organization in auditing of polling station and polling personnel, nodal officer for coordination with disabled organization, online including online application for provisioning of wheelchairs for our disabled people, and printing of information brochure for voters in Braille language, which we released this morning, which is a new initiative. Commission will come down heavily upon instances of paid news matters. The district level media coordination committee will be actively operationalized, and all instances that will be brought to our knowledge will be subjected to inquiry. Wherever the paid news matter is found, we will take appropriate action. And finally, friends, the Commission is by and large satisfied with the arrangements that have been made by our Chief Electoral Officer to ensure that the election takes place without fear, without coercion, and with proper infrastructure. We have directed, and we reiterate our commitment, that the entire election machinery will remain neutral, impartial, fair and just towards all political parties. We have told our machinery that they will focus on action under three categories. One, they will direct their endeavors to make the atmosphere voter friendly. Secondly, they will create an atmosphere of deterrence in the state to take effective actions against violators. And thirdly, they will ensure that there is a level playing field amongst all political parties. And therefore, Commission is committed that we will hold free and fair elections with participation of people, and through media we would like to solicit proactive support of all political parties, entire media organization, civil societies, youth, community organization and all people of Tamil Nadu. And our motto going forward is that no voter to be left behind. No voter to be left behind. This is our motto and slogan going forward into the elections. Thank you. If there is any question or query, please. Please repeat. No, I get your point. Actually, Commission is very concerned about the need for purification of electoral roll. So the Commission is launching two-pronged campaigns. One set of campaign is being launched in 5 poll-going states. This 2-week special campaign is being launched in 5 poll-going states. The details of which I have shared with you, and there is a circular on this which our machinery will share with you. And in parallel, in all non-poll-going states, a purification drive is being launched between 1st April to 31st August. And during this period, we want that once for all, our electoral rolls should be purged with entries such as multiple, dead voters, etc. and shifted also. And therefore, we would try to bring about this program under a caption called National Electoral Roll Purification Program 2016. So the point you have raised is, we hope that by 31st August of this year, our electoral roll will not suffer with the kind of problems which are raised before every election. Thank you.
Sir, excuse me. Sir, here.
Okay.
Sir, the Election Commission has spoken about paid news, and this is the first time I assume that the Election Commission has actually spoken about paid electoral surveys. So what do you mean by paid electoral surveys, and what is the mechanism that you have in place to curb? Have you received any kind of complaints from political parties and others with regard to paid electoral surveys?
Yes, many political parties have brought it to our knowledge that during election process, and this is not a new thing, maybe you are hearing it for the first time, even before this issue has been raised by political parties at national level, at various state level, that there are paid electoral surveys or what you call as opinion polls and motivated surveys. And the Commission's view is very clear. Actually, we want this opinion poll should be subjected to monitoring and oversight regulation. They have also brought it to our knowledge that a large number of political parties are owning channel, and these channels are allowed to be run for 24 hours, whereas physically many candidates and parties are prevented from campaigning after 10 p.m. So this creates a unlevel playing field. We have taken note of their suggestion, and we are going to examine it at our headquarters in consultation with legal authorities. Political parties have, you are right, political parties have brought it to our knowledge that section 144 which was imposed in some elections has not come to their rescue. We have taken note of their grievance, and as we enter into the election phase, we will take an appropriate call.
Sir, you mentioned about how you will take multi-level enforcement steps to check the menace of distribution of money, liquor and blandishments. In this state, distribution of money has been converted into a fine art by a particular political party. And and also as you said, Section 144 was clamped down and it was ingeniously used to distribute money in the last Lok Sabha elections. So how are you going to instill confidence in the voters and political parties that no distribution of money will be done? Because they dodge and money was distributed in a highly systematic and scientific way in the last Lok Sabha elections. So how are you going, even though you have mentioned the steps that you will take and you said you will unveil them only at the appropriate time, how are you going to give confidence to the voters that money distribution will be stemmed?
No, you are right. Your question is very correct. We have received very detailed input on the modus operandi of distribution of money, liquor, gifts, etc. The period during which it is distributed, timings of its distribution, various channels through which the money comes. We have received all this information, and that is why I mentioned that Commission is going to undertake a very comprehensive review and assessment with some 11 multi-agency enforcement strategy, and you have rightly mentioned that the Commission will unveil it at an appropriate time, and if we announce it now, then where is the surprise? Thank you. The term of this assembly ends on 22nd May. The Commission will ensure that the assembly is constituted before that time. This input has also been taken into account. We are now entering into planning phase of the schedule of elections, not only for Tamil Nadu but for all states, and this suggestion of all political parties will be kept into our consideration very actively.